Welcome to another episode of your therapy source, the go-to podcast for insights and tips on making the classroom a more engaging and productive space. Today, we're diving into a topic that resonates with teachers, parents, and students alike: the challenge of maintaining focus in the bustling environment of a classroom. Imagine a typical classroom. It's a vibrant and busy world. The walls are adorned with colorful bulletin boards, educational posters, and students' artwork. Sunlight streams in through the windows, casting a warm glow across the desks. Outside, the sounds of the playground blend with the distant hum of the school corridors. Amidst this lively setting, our students are expected to concentrate, learn, and thrive. But let's pause for a moment. With all this sensory input, how easy is it for a student to maintain their visual focus and attention? The distractions are numerous, from the flicker of a computer screen to the movement of their peers, from the opening of a door to the changes in lighting. It's a constant battle for their attention, and for some, this can be overwhelming. When I was in school, I remember how hard it was to concentrate with so many things vying for my attention. I often found myself gazing out the window or getting lost in the details of a poster on the wall. It's a common experience, and it's one that today's students continue to face. Before we delve into the strategies to help students focus, there's a fundamental element we need to consider: physical activity. Think of our students like old-fashioned clocks. They need winding up to keep going, but without breaks, they'll eventually run down. These breaks aren't just pauses, they're opportunities for active play, allowing the mind to reset and recharge. So, how do we tackle this challenge? How do we create an environment that enhances focus rather than detracts from it? Let's explore 10 strategies that can make a significant difference in our classrooms. We'll talk about reducing visual distractions, modifying teaching materials, and the importance of singular focus tasks. We'll discuss seating arrangements, the use of colors, and controlling the sensory environment. Beyond the physical aspects, we'll also delve into the teacher's role in maintaining attention and the importance of varied, multisensory lessons. And most importantly, we'll highlight the power of practice in improving visual focus and attention. By the end of this episode, you'll have a toolkit of strategies to help your students navigate the busy world of the classroom and focus on what truly matters: their learning and growth. So, stay tuned as we delve into these strategies, backed by research and proven in classrooms just like yours. This is your therapy source, and I'm your host, ready to guide you through the journey of creating a more focused classroom environment. All right, let's get into the meat of our topic today: how to help our students keep their focus sharp in the classroom. I've got some strategies and exercises lined up for you, and trust me, these are game changers. Cut down the clutter. First off, let's talk about the visuals. You know how a cluttered room can make your mind feel just as cluttered? It's the same for kids. Try toning down those walls a bit. Maybe take down a few posters or clear some of those busy bulletin boards. It's all about creating a space that's calming, not chaotic. Simplify those worksheets. Next, let's look at the materials we're giving the kids. If there's a worksheet with lots of pictures and fancy borders, try covering those up. We want the kids to focus on the task, not get distracted by the decorations. One thing at a time. Here's a simple but effective one: give them one task at a time. If there's a worksheet with 3 sections, maybe cut it up or cover parts of it, so they only see one section at a time. It's like helping them take one bite of the sandwich instead of stuffing the whole thing in their mouth, right? Strategic seating. Now, where they sit matters too. Preferential seating is key. Maybe put them closer to you or away from the windows. It's all about finding that sweet spot where they're least likely to get distracted. Color coding for focus. Colors can be super helpful. Using contrasting colors can really draw their eyes to what's important. Think yellow chalk on a blackboard, or color coding parts of a lesson. Out of sight, out of mind. If there are shelves with games and materials that might tempt them, cover them up. A simple sheet can work wonders. If they don't see it, they're less likely to be distracted by it. Natural light for the win. Try using natural sunlight or softer lamps instead of harsh fluorescent lighting. It makes the room feel more welcoming and less like an interrogation room, don't you think? Teacher's role. Teachers, you've got a part to play too. Try to stay in one spot when you're teaching, especially if there's a lot of visual clutter behind you. It helps keep the focus on you and what you're teaching. Mix up the lessons. Variety is the spice of life and learning. Mixing up lessons with different sensory experiences can help. Some kids might focus better with hands-on activities, while others might do better with listening exercises. Practice makes perfect. Just like any skill, visual focus and attention get better with practice. Work on extending how long they can focus on a task bit by bit. It's like training a muscle. And hey, let's not forget about some direct focus exercises too. Mindful breathing. Have the kids take a few minutes to just sit quietly and focus on their breathing. It's a great way to reset their attention. Concentration games. Simple games like I Spy or memory card games can be a fun way to sharpen those focus skills. Body coordination exercises. Activities that require coordination, like patting their head while rubbing their stomach, can also help improve concentration. Yoga and stretching. Incorporating short yoga stretches or balancing exercises can be both calming and focusing. Plus, it gets them moving, which is always a bonus. And that's a wrap on today's episode about focus exercises for students. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and give us a like. Your support helps us keep bringing valuable content your way. Thanks for listening, and we can't wait to share more insights with you next time on your therapy source. Keep learning, keep growing, and see you in the next episode.